Hello. So this is my video on my basically like I feel like everybody's, how do you say that? Everybody's experience will be different. Like for me, I feel like I suck with pain tolerance, so my recovery was not like a breeze. The first time was probably harder than this time. So I'm gonna link some pictures up there how they looked when I first got them. So the first time I did my augmentation, I got anchor lift. It's called like a mastopexy lift or whatever. So I went with 470 cc's and my doctor told me that that was like way bigger than what a girl my size would have went. So I weigh 97 pounds and I'm 4'11". I had like triple D boobs, okay? They were humongous. They were huge. So they were already like sagging. So I was like, okay, I need to go smaller. When I first went for my first surgery, I paid $8,600. I have gummy bear silicone cohesive gel. The second time I went back, I had to wait like 6 months before I could go back and swap out my implants. So when I went back the second time, I had to basically redo my lift because I went so heavy that the implants were so heavy they were like sagging down. So he had to touch up my lift and I went a lot smaller. This time I did 300 cc's. I'm like, I don't even know what size bra I wear yet. My doctor doesn't talk in bra sizes. He likes to stay in with cc's because you could be a different type of bra size, any kind of brand that you basically buy. So I've been wearing this little wrap every day during the day, and then at nighttime I wear like a really tight I wear a tight sports bra just so that my implants aren't falling out to the sides and they stay tightly in. I want like a nice, I don't want them too close, but I want them to be like up and I want them to stay close to each other. So that's what I've been doing. I wrote down questions. Everybody had like their own little questions. So to answer them, how many cc's do you have now? Well, now I have 300 cc's. I went from 470 cc's to 300. And I'm happy with my, so far, because they're not healed yet, I like them. I really like the way they are now. Realistically, I know they're gonna go down once they heal. I just hope they don't go too small. How tall are you? I'm 4'11" and I weigh 97 pounds. Somebody asked me about aftercare. There really is no aftercare. Like there's not things that you need to do or like things you're supposed to put on to heal. Like you really just gotta take your medicine and thug it out. So they gave me, for my first surgery, they gave me Narcos, they gave me muscle relaxers, ibuprofen, and antibiotics. This time around, since all I did was swap out the implants, they only gave me ibuprofen, antibiotics, and Tylenol codeine. So it's basically like a smaller dose of medicine because he said that I should be able to go back to work within 4 to 5 days. However, I don't feel like that, so he might have stretched that a little bit. So basically aftercare, it's not really much. Like you're taped. Like I can't show you guys because I'd be like nude, but I have surgical tape like throughout my incisions and they have to stay on for a whole week. You could shower and like wet them normally. Basically you go back to your normal routine. You just can't be like lifting heavy shit. It's hard for me to sleep on my sides. It's all over my face. I can't really sleep how I would want to sleep. So that's that. But one thing I did do though, like after, so you have to go back for checkups, 1 week checkup, 1 month checkup, actually one day checkup, 1 week and 1 month. So after the 1 week is when they take the tape off. After he took my tape off, I used this scarring cream that I had bought there with my doctor. Well, he actually had gave it to me. It's pretty expensive. It's like $100 something. I didn't use that all the time. I used Neosporin, and my scars, girl, what scars? Okay, so you could like, I would recommend putting some type of cream on you while you're healing, just so that like you don't, I'm very light skinned, so I feel like if I was to just let it scab up, I think that I would have had some pretty bad scars. Another question is, one thing I feel no one tells you about augmentation. Honestly, I feel like I watched so many reviews and so many videos on YouTube, and I wasn't able to find the answer that I wanted for myself, which was how many cc's I should go. That was like my big, I was trying to find so many girls my size, my height, to see like what size they went. It was like, that was like the only thing that was pretty hard for me looking for. But as far as like pain and like updates and how they look, I was pretty like, I found a lot about that. But one thing I can tell you is when picking your size, like be careful. Don't go, everybody's like, oh, go big or go home. No, don't go big or go home. Well, for me, my preference, I wanted cute little boobs that sat up. Before I had my baby, I was like, my boobs were so nice, okay? Like, girls in high school used to say my boobs were fake. That's how nice they were. I just wanted my youth back. So I feel like if you're gonna pick a size, pick the right size. Don't listen to people. Don't let them tell you to go big or go home, because you'll regret it. And having big boobs is not cute. Like I didn't think they were too big. Like once I got them, I was like, oh, these are cute. Okay, they're up. But the moment I healed, girl. So the next question is, how much was your procedure and how long did it take? My first time I went, I paid $8,600. This time I went to swap it out, I only had to pay $700, but that's because I got the most expensive implant, which comes with a warranty. So luckily my doctor did like a little, he helps me a lot. If he wouldn't have put like what he did, I probably would have had to pay more. So I feel like total I paid $9,300. And I went to Huntington Beach to get them done. See, don't make the mistakes I did, because then you'll have to go back and get them redone. And who wants to spend almost $10,000 on some boobies? Because girl, I sure as fuck don't. How long did it take? So when the very first time I did my lift and my augmentation, my surgery was about, it started at 6:30, but when you go in there, they don't just put you in surgery right away. They're taking blood, they're putting you in IV. So I think total time frame, I was there from 6:30 and I got picked up around 11. I want to say like 10:30, 11. So that was like the first time. This time my surgery was at 10:30, and I think they picked me up like 1:30. So for me, I guess my doctor said it was harder this time because no one ever goes from big to small. Everybody always starts off small and they want to go bigger. So he said mine was like a little difficult, it was a little complicated, more than the first one. So I would say about like max 4 hours. How was recovery? For me, it wasn't, the first time was the worst. I feel like I was in pain for like a week, and it's not really like pain. It's like if you for any girl that's watching this, if you've ever had a baby, you know what your boobs being engorged means, and that's how it feels, but 10 times worse. It feels like your boobs are gonna like fucking explode. I feel like my boobs feel like they're gonna burst out. But if you take your medicine regularly like you're supposed to, like I'm trying not to take them so much because it's been giving my stomach a lot of pains. But if you're consistent, then I think you should be fine. And if you could tolerate pain, then you'll definitely be okay. For me, I'm a big ass baby and I don't take that shit lightly, so I've been complaining a lot. But I think that's about it. I wanted to do a review on this because I had a hard time finding girls who went over everything or forgot to leave some stuff out. The only big advice I could give you is don't go big. Don't go so big. You want cute, small, perky little boobs. You don't want to be like, you don't want that, trust me. And they're not real boobies, okay? This is not your real breast tissue. This is implants. You have like, whether you get saline or silicone, it's basically like a ball of gel. That's gonna weigh you down. It's not like it's real boobs and muscle tightening holding it in. So this is what they look like for now. I'm only like, I had my surgery on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I'm 5 days post-op right now. My pain is not severe, but I'm like, I get pretty swollen. Like when I wake up in the morning is when I feel it the most. But other than that, I feel like they look big right now, but if you guys could see it without this, they're really not. Like they look good. They're gonna drop eventually. I wish they could stay like this, but so I think that's it. I will link some pictures above once I figure out how to do that. But that's all for today, folks.